big silky bitch. Digging real delicious, getting filthy rich. Never been a joker, hater, punk or simp. Get your blunts up high while I talk my shit.
Hey everybody, I'm Psalm, aka Kizzy. I'm one half of Big Silky, and thank you for watching our show. If you like what you see, hit that like button, share our shit, but definitely subscribe. We need that like, we need that subscribe, so thank you. Hit it below. Peace.
Breaking news, y'all. White supremacy is the biggest racial dilemma in America. Don't get it twisted. Don't let them tell you it's something else. White supremacy is the biggest racial problem in America.
Maybe even the world?
Are you in need of a better home security system? Do you need protection? Do you need peace of mind? Are you tired of those washed up, weak-ass security signs on the market? Well, Big Silky Security will take care of you. We've got signs of all flavors for every agenda. We got signs that say, yes, these cameras work, and I will beat your ass. And our fan favorite, I have ammo. Call 1-800-BIG-SILKY and get your Big Silky Security sign today.
So how was your week?
It was a lot.
Man, past week was a month, right?
Yeah, it felt like a lot. A lot of stuff happened, a lot of changes.
Changes.
Grateful, ultimately.
Yeah, I'm grateful to be through it. Yeah. You feel me? But today our Big Silky tip of the week is don't be afraid to fail and start over. I think a lot of people have this thing built up in their mind that they got to be doing these things by this age, and if it don't work out, they're through. That's just not true. I remember my mom getting her master's degree when I was in high school and going to the graduation ceremony, and there was a woman that was 85 years old getting her degree, and everybody just went up for her because her doing that lets us know that you can accomplish things at any age. I promise you, if I had stopped doing shit when I failed, I wouldn't be a rapper anymore.
I think the T is you're gonna fail.
I mean, yeah, and if you're not failing, you're not learning, and there's something's in the water, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that people can't come out the gate swinging and be great at things, but you having a misstep or you doing things and it not working out the way you thought it was going to work out, that is a huge lesson, especially if you come through it and do something else, you know what I mean? Yes. Or even try again.
So two things. One thing I just learned is fear and pain are our greatest teachers.
Yeah.
So I didn't really understand it until I wrote a whole passage about why I didn't believe it, and then at the end of it I was like, oh, I actually just changed my own mind.
Clicked.
I absolutely do believe that, yes. And the second thing is I read this book called A Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. So if anybody wants to go get it, it's $8. It's super good. But they talk about unhappiness and how we live in a society where happiness is the thing we seek.
Right.
And a lot of times when we don't reach that happiness, then we just become unhappy.
Yeah.
And then we just become more unhappy because we're not happy.
And happiness is just a feeling, just like sadness. It comes and goes. It's not just something that happens and you just stay happy all the fucking time.
Exactly. It comes, it goes, and I think learning to be content. And not content in a way where you're I'm not gonna strive for anything else, but content with what you have. One of my favorite people, shout out Rue, told me that when I exhaust all my resources, then God or spirit or source will open up the door for the next resource.
Absolutely.
And that's saying the resources you have right in front of you can be fulfilling. can bring you joy, can bring you literally everything you need.
And get you to the next level.
Exactly. Like, how are you going to get to the next level if you're not ready? How are you going to get to the next level if you're not failing at what you got? If you're not excelling and, like, stepping over these hurdles and these challenges, you're not.
Yeah.
So, like...
And you could tell the people in life who ain't never had no challenges, they're fucking...
they're exhausting.
Yes,
I'm just gonna say that they're exhausting,
draining. It's just
yeah.
like, okay, you got everything figured out. Huh?
And you know what? I just want to say, like, no shade to those people either, because sometimes you just live a privileged life, and you're sheltered, and you don't go through the same challenge. But I know that for myself, after reading this book, I'm like, look at all the things I've suffered. Look at all the things I've struggled with.
That you've gone through.
Look at all the things I've gone through, because you know what? That made me so much. Not better of a person, but a better me. You know? It doesn't make me a better person than anybody, but it made me a better version of myself. Yeah. Because I learned through everything. So...
I mean, go check out my last video. I wouldn't be able to come up with such hot, vulnerable bars if I hadn't gone through some stuff, if I hadn't failed at some stuff, which, you know, some a lot of people, they be like, I don't lose, I just get the lesson. You know what I mean? And, like, a lot of times, like, that is what it is. It's like God didn't give you that thing because they have something else for you. Yes. And you have to keep going. And, like, my faith has been my faith has just increased and increased over the last couple years just because of what I've been through. Not because of what I got, but because what I got over. You know what I'm saying? And that's give me a table full of people who've lost and come through that loss. Give me a table of those people any day, because they're gonna have the gems for you, you know. So, anything else?
Don't be afraid to fail.
Don't be afraid to fail.
Don't be afraid to start over, no matter if it's a job, a hobby. Don't care what age you are. Do it and struggle bravely. Struggle bravely, because you're gonna come through it. You're gonna learn a lesson.
Yeah. Even if you don't get the win, you get the lesson, and then you get the win later with the new lesson. Guaranteed.
Period.
Piss.
It's a very silky show.
What we not gonna do? What we not gonna do?
Hey. It's coming. One day you just gonna sing it all in your beautiful voice.
You're so much.
And we're gonna have our first hit. I'm telling you.
First.
So, Angel. On here. What we not gonna do this week?
Look, what we not gonna do this week, I got choked up already talking about it. What we not gonna do this week is act like these white men who are shooting up supermarkets and shooting up spas and going around blowing up city blocks are not white supremacists. What we not gonna do is act like they're having a bad day. Or they're just because they're sex addicts, this is what they do. No. We're not gonna believe that. We're not gonna subscribe to that, because guess what? That shit's not true. And the media's not gonna tell you the fucking truth. These people are white supremacists. They're working on what seems to be an agenda to me, it's my speculation, and it seems like they're just doing this shit to target people and kill people, and that's just not okay. So I'm not gonna sit here and believe that these motherfuckers are law-abiding citizens on a regular fucking day, that they just had a bad fucking day, they were just really horny, they were just, having a mental break. No, I don't believe that. Especially them saying like, oh, we're gonna blame it on their mental illnesses, because you know what? I have lots of friends who have mental disabilities, who have mental illnesses, and you know what they don't do? They don't go up shooting fucking spas up. They don't go shooting up supermarkets. They don't go blowing up whole city blocks. They don't go to fucking Vegas, stalk out in a fucking hotel and shoot up a concert. They don't do that shit. So stop fucking pretending these niggas are not white supremacists moving with a goddamn agenda. That's bullshit. So what we not gonna do is pretend these motherfuckers are safe or law-abiding or not white supremacists. And the cops can stop acting like that too, because one of them got killed out in Boulder the other day as well. And that shit shows me that these niggas don't give a fuck about y'all either. So stop pretending that y'all are any different. That's what we not gonna do. You don't have to sing it today.
That's why. I'ma do this shit before they stop us.
Hi, Briahna.
What's up, y'all?
You know,
Babies, my babies.
how are you today?
I'm good. I'm
You looking good. Hair so long.
girl. Yeah, these little faux locks. Look.
You know what? I am obsessed with I'm all long length. Like, let's go. I'm trying to get braids all the way down to my ankles.
I had mine to my butt, past my butt before I cut them.
Yeah, why'd you cut them? Because it is a lot more hassle than it's, you know.
I mean, I did it for like 3 months and then I cut them.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. You can't have sex with them. You can't lay in the bed with them. You can't
just roll over onto your hair.
I mean, you can't use the bathroom. Gee, like, it's interesting. That's all I'll say. I did it though, you know, and it was cute though. It was pretty, but it was.
Yeah, I bet. Well, those look great. Tell our audience what it is you do. I mean, we know what you do, but we want you to tell them in your own words.
I am a publicist. I break a lot of artists in the music business. And people don't know this. I also do PR in other industries as well. My newer clientele is like business to business. So I've been doing PR for Zenni Optical, which is a big eyewear company, and they're based in San Francisco, but they sponsor the Chicago Bulls. So I've been working on some of their collabs with Coco and Breezy. They're working with this other motivational speaker, radio host, TV show host. His name is Mario Armstrong. So I've been working with them for actually the last year and a half. I have a new client that I'm super excited about. And I've kind of been working in the nonprofit sector as well, which is We Are OTV, which is a LGBTQ platform and nonprofit that showcases creatives, Black and brown, you know, through film, TV, and they launched their, you know, productions on their app. So I'm like super geeked about that because just what they represent, how they're just helping and developing script writers and filmmakers. Like, so that's something really dope. But as far as, you know, my oldies and my goodies, I am a music entertainment publicist. So I've worked with, who haven't I worked with?
I was going to say, yes.
I mean, everybody from Chicago, the Chance the Rappers, the Kanyes, anybody in that lane I've done PR for. Vic Mensa, G Herbo. We can even go further back, you know, Hypnotic Brass. We can, you know, Sam as well. But then if you want to go mainstream, I've worked with Raekwon a lot. I've worked with Mos Def a lot. Those are kind of my going back to, you know, when they're in Chicago, they, you know, I kind of work with them as well. I've also done a lot of, you know, TV and movie stuff too. I've worked with Lil Rel. I got hired by LeBron James to do this PR for this event that Jay-Z showed up to called the Blackout. So I've done music venues, music festivals. So my specialty has always been in music and production. And just, I've been doing it for the last going on 15 years now.
Yeah, you've been doing your thing forever.
I was going to say, she goes crazy.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, did you have to like pivot a lot through the pandemic, or was it a decent enough transition to keep your business going? Or
well, actually, I think when the pandemic started, I did have the clients that panicked. You know, I had one or two that dropped off. The rest of them were like, hey, we're gonna still, you know, see what's happening. So like my bigger clients, like the business to business clients, actually amped up, and they took a break as far as like regrouping to see what they wanted to do. But then they were like, okay, we got our plan. This is what we're gonna do. So with the smaller clients, like the music clients that, you know, the person that's paying out of their pocket type of clients, a lot of them amped up and were like, hey, this is an opportunity. And that's how I approached it to my clients. I was like, everyone's at home.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity actually for you to have the world's attention because everyone's forced to be in the house. And I had a couple clients like really like flourish in the midst of the pandemic because they actually took advantage of the opportunity and they were like, hey, okay, we're going to follow your lead. And so like one of my clients at the time, he's an artist, he's a rapper, but he's in the financial literacy and he's an investor and he went to one of those Ivy League schools. I can't think of it right now, but either way, he's super into the financial lane and industry. What we did was we flipped it, and our angle was, what do people do during this pandemic? So financial advice, different tips and literacy things. How do you invest in the stock market? How do you make money while everything's low? So that ended up literally turning into just a huge, career move for him. It actually worked out, for me as far as my business. It actually allowed me to be creative too and just learning angles and strategies as well. So like I think for me, it pushed me creatively as far as coming up with just different ways on how to market and push my clients, but also like my proposal deck game stepped up. I had time, to really just make my business a lot more professional, sharpen it. And it's been a great time for just growth. I'll say it in that way. So
yeah, I know it's like a bit of survivor's remorse because the pandemic has been so devastating for so many people, for business-minded folks and for folks who have always had to kind of think about creating their own opportunities. It's been a great time to flourish that and to come up with new ideas to succeed. Yeah. I mean, I see you online. It didn't seem like you were slowing down at all. So it was just like,
I thought it was gonna slow down and it did not. I was prepared too. I was like, oh crap, I'm about to get some phone calls. And it was moderate. It was just a good pace. Like it also allowed me to just kind of like like I said, be creative, but also just rest and get like things in perspective. Because I've been working for myself for 15 years, like nothing changed because I'm like entrepreneurs and people that work for themselves, we always broke in our mind. So we be thinking like, okay, how am I going, so we always thinking ahead anyway. So we were like, it literally, my hustle didn't change, nothing changed, except for I just got more creative with how I was going to sustain myself. And so I was really excited about that part, but it was hard for a lot of people. So like, I felt, like you said, it's that survivor's remorse. But my main thing was really keeping my health intact. That was my main focus this entire time. I ain't gonna even say it's over because it's still happening, but this entire time, that's been my main focus is making sure I'm healthy. So what does that look like? What's your diet these days? I know every now and then you do the vegan stuff. I ain't no vegan though. Like I that ain't my language. But I do like I have days where I just don't eat meat. Actually, I think I had COVID before it was COVID. And I think a lot of people had it before. Yes. But this is why I'm pretty sure I had it. I went to London when the Bears played the Raiders. And that was 2019 in October. So, everything started getting announced in March, February. But remember, everybody said it was overseas. It had been in the States, I think, since November. So when I got home from London, I went to Miami and I came back and I got extremely sick and I was in the middle of moving, which was even worse. Yeah. By the time I moved into my new place, which is this one, that November, I just remember laying in the bed for like 3 days sick. And I was literally like, oh my God, I feel like I'm about to die. Damn. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe properly because I couldn't sleep. So, when you don't get sleep, that makes immune. Exactly. So I think I had it and I kept thinking it was just a cold or a flu and I would like get cool and then I would get back sick again, like within like a week or two period. Yeah. So I was like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. And so eventually I got sort of good. And then finally what I really ended up doing was I ended up changing my diet in December and I started doing no sugar and no yeast. And that has tremendously, when I tell you, changed like my whole entire immune system because I kept getting sinus infections and I didn't know where they were coming from. So I was like, and I thought it was COVID. So I literally would go take a COVID test. It would not be COVID. So now I'm like, what the hell is going on? You know, we getting older. I'm like, okay. So I literally looked it up and I just started looking up different symptoms. And it was like a candida overgrowth. And candida is also a result, like a lot of people I know that have even had like cancer. That's also one of the contributing factors. So people don't really understand that gut health is super important. So all of that is streamed from gut health. So for me, I had to literally change my diet and do no sugar. Like I literally went straight no sugar for like the last, I like now I have like a piece of cake every few weeks or something. I'll do something, but once I eliminated sugar, like I literally dropped weight because I eliminated sugar from my diet. And so for me, I'm talking about no fatigue. Like I was losing hair and everything. I was like, okay. And I got a checkup. I was fine, but it was still something wrong. And I was like, what is wrong with me? And so for me, that's where I've been. So it's like, it's not necessarily about being a vegan because people still eat sugar when they're eating
tons.
People so unhealthy when they're vegan.
Exactly. And then you got processed food on top of that. So people think just because I'm not eating meat that I'm good. No, if you're eating anything processed, it's still unhealthy. You know, learning that and learning like, okay, you got to eliminate like if you're eating, even if people be like, oh, turkey bacon is healthy, it's processed. Anything packaged is processed.
Yeah, for sure.
So you start adding all of those factors in. And I mean, for me, it's been tremendous. And when I tell you, like, I'm a drinker, I drink and I smoke weed. But for me, it's been like I still like when I finally did start back drinking, I don't drink cognac. I don't drink anything brown. I stopped that a while ago, but like now I drink tequila and vodka, them the two.
Period.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are the healthiest ones.
I mean, because that's the healthiest you're gonna get, you know, and then beer and wine actually are not good either because wine is sugar.
Yeah, wine is straight sugar.
And beer is yeast. So for me, like it's been a super, you know, learning process, just learning how to take care of my body and what works for me. So, you know, yes, vegan, if you're doing the vegan way, the right way, you'll be fine.
Plant-based, basically.
Yeah, if you're doing, it's got to be plant-based. It can't really be anything else because it doesn't matter. You'll still be a shitty eater and be a vegan.
I've been there before. I've been both because when I was a vegan, it was more like figuring out what you can eat, and then you realize how much stuff is vegan that is processed, that is still delicious, and you're just like, I'm gonna just eat this fake meat because this fake meat tastes good. I'm gonna eat a big bag of Lay's because it doesn't have dairy in it. The barbecue chips and plain chips, salt and vinegar chips, all those are vegan technically.
Exactly.
So you can just make Oreos.
And it's just more like, you know, and I had been eliminated dairy, but dairy also is a huge part that contributes to getting people sick. So for me, like, you know, I don't know if it was turning 40 or what, but it's like your body really does change. Some days I'll just do plant-based. And then, you know, I'm going to get me a steak. I don't be playing. I'm gonna eat me some meat and some crab legs
but just no bread. So you're talking about yeast is just no bread really, right?
Well, no, it's yeast. You have yeast extract in different products. So I went straight, like I spend hours in the grocery store.
Yeah, for sure. Reading them labels.
Yes. So yeast extract, potato starch, nothing that had anything to do with carbs.
So no carbs at all.
None.
Okay.
Do you still do that?
So what I do now is if I do like pasta, I do chickpea pasta.
Okay.
So it's like because there's so many other alternatives now. Like if I cannot do it, I will. Like I'm just like every so often, like I think I went to dinner and I had some bread. It was so good, y'all. Oh,
it's just like, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
but I will say, like, I'm not like I'm one of those people, like I'm definitely a moderation person. So it's all about balance to me. Like, okay, I can have a piece of bread if I want it. I'm gonna eat. If I really want some bread, I'm gonna go eat it. I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm gonna starve myself. Nah, I'm eating it.
Yeah.
I'm eating it. And then you take a break and then you go back. Like that's the thing. People don't know how to balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either all or nothing.
Yeah, and I'm not really big on binging. So like I'm good. Like if I eat some bread and I get my little fix,
Yeah,
or
you're
if
like,
I want to, yeah, I'm cool after that. Like I'm good. I can go another 4 weeks or whatever. So like I'm cool. I just know that I think getting older definitely, and with this pandemic of people getting sick, like my immune system was the number one priority on my list.
Yeah.
Sea moss, black seed oil, alkaline water. That's my weekly, like every day, all day. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're healthy, because if it's one thing in this business, people don't necessarily like prioritize health
At all.
We've lost a lot of people.
Real.
And it's always sad when you see like one of your faves or one of the icons, they get sick, and it's like, and it's some shit where you're just like, wait, what were you eating? What were you doing? Like, damn, like you've been drinking Hennessy this whole time? Like, damn.
Yes, and no breaks. We don't take breaks
At all. Because it's part of it.
I listen to my body. There's nothing else more important, because you only get one body. You're right. Our industry, nobody takes care of themselves. They don't.
It's either, and even I remember watching this Red Table Talk with the whole Smith family, and Will's fine ass was like, I wake up every day with a headache. And I'm like, you look so good though. And it's like, and it seems like the other side of it is when you prioritize how you look, that can be very unhealthy too, because, like you said, the diet might be off for your blood type or your just body type or whatever, but you looking good. And, that's what the camera likes.
Exactly.
But yeah.
One thing I'm learning, so I'm taking like yoga teacher training right now, and like I know it's so much fun. But you guys just said that, and it made me think. I'm reading this book about yin and yang right now. And they always talk about how we lead yang like lifestyles, which is like go. And through yoga, there was like a shift where people started to prioritize the yang, which is just going fast. Those quick movements are all like what it looks like. And they forgot about the yin, and the yin is all like meditative, rest, restoration. And I say that because they're talking about how if you don't give your body that rest,
yes,
the symptoms will start to appear, and then they'll be worse and worse and worse until you like
chill the fuck down.
Yeah, until you chill. Like literally, your body will chill.
You know what's funny? Sometimes your body will make you sit down when you don't have a choice, and that's when it's scary. It's super, super important we take care of ourselves. And I think because we specifically, us three, we've lost a very mutual friend.
Yeah.
Because of health and because of not taking care of yourself and not resting, but also like people like Tim, and it's so many people we know, even our age, that have left this earth.
Yeah.
Health reasons, of course, or just not taking care of yourself. So like, for me, it's definitely that those wake up calls stay in my head.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Stay in the forefront of my head.
I mean, I wish there was a way to make that shit. I mean, Dead Prez made it cool several years back. You know what I mean? Like, we need more people in our industry, really talking about prioritizing mental health, gut health, body health, taking breaks, sobriety, all that type of shit, Remember when this is a whole different topic. Remember when you did my hair?
I was just thinking about that.
You did your hair?
Yeah, when we lived on Pilsen.
Wait, is it when you lived? I was about to say, I was at your, what the hell? What did I do to your hair?
Work crib one time. It was me, Lynette, shout out Chef Lynette.
Yes.
And you fucking you blew my hair out.
And pressed it.
I did blow your hair out. Damn.
Yeah. I was literally just thinking
You
about
do
that.
everything, bro.
Dude, I'll be forgetting about all types of
Well, I mean, it's fine, but I definitely
No, I remember now because you were in my kitchen.
and it took hours. And I remember you were like, damn. And I told you, like, every time a friend does my hair, sometimes I feel like I might lose that friend because it takes so long. And I'm just so like tender-headed that it's just like
your hair is thick as hell.
That's me every time
Oh my girl, I'm praying for you because
I did box braids on her. I taught myself the box braid, and whenever I would pull too hard, she was like, "No, stop." I'd be like, "Stop moving." Like, "Oh, you're tender-headed? I don't care."
I've had friends hit me with combs, all kind of shit. So
yes,
I really appreciate your hard work that time.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm glad you reminded me of that. That's crazy.
You need a favor. You were like, I think you were like, what? I think you thought it was like a business favor. And I was like, nah, you can do my hair.
Yo, that's crazy. We were all in the kitchen. I remember that. That's crazy.
That was a fun time.
Yes, it was.
So we're gonna play this game. One gotta go, okay? And we're gonna do hairstyles or hair applications. So perms, naturals, which is weave, and wigs. One gotta go.
Perm.
Period. I don't know. That was not a hard one.
Listen, if a bitch had a perm, they might not say perm. You
No. Yeah, that's true. I guess that's true.
I mean, in the 90s,
don't play it out though.
Huh?
Don't play it out. Like,
yes. I'm like, where's the silk press? That's what I'm trying to get silk press.
Look,
That's the next one.
I just got the blow dryer, the Revlon one that just can go through the 4C hair because my
that's
shit.
what you need. Yes.
I just bought it. Look at this. This is insane.
Yeah.
We're gonna do something about it though.
Her shit is lengthy.
I wish my hair was thick like that. Ugh.
Be careful.
Girl, me too.
Look,
Me
sometimes
too.
I did blow it out, so you're right. Sometimes.
It took hours. I remember you were like, damn, bitch. You gonna do a one gotta go?
I'm looking through my albums because I'm trying to be like, which one gotta go?
Now give me a music one gotta go.
Okay. One gotta go. So one gotta go.
Come on,
My Neck, My Back by Kaya. The Baddest Bitch by Trina. Getting Some Hair by Shauna. And How Many Licks by Lil Kim.
I'm gonna go with The Baddest Bitch Gotta Go.
Oh, you know what? I would have picked that one too.
I'm not getting rid of How Many Licks. I'm definitely not getting rid of Shauna song.
No,
come on.
And My Neck, My Back. Come on.
Like
and I'm gonna say when that
one song is her classic. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if we're from Miami, we might have a different.
But I think both from Miami.
Trina's from Miami. Kaya's from somewhere else. I don't remember if she's
I have Google.
She's from the South. She's from Philly.
Oh,
wow.
So a John. I was like, I need to incorporate that into my slang.
Okay, last one.
Last
one. Chicago slang.
One gotta go.
Oakland slang.
Oh.
New York slang. Or Atlanta slang. One gotta go.
Yeah.
Damn, Dunny.
Dunny?
Damn, son.
Yeah, I can deal with that.
Oakland and Chicago are my top two.
Yeah,
Chicago,
period.
Chicago is number one. New York is taking too many people's stuff. Like, so they be trying to. I mean, they my favorite one from them is Dead Ass.
Dead ass, B.
Dead
ass, son.
I mean, where would we be without Hella and Goofy?
And
Thought. Which I mean, I never was great with that one, but I still say it.
Let me tell y'all a quick story about that though.
Okay.
So we're in New York, speaking of, and King Louis has an interview with MTV. That was the first time someone said that on a national media platform, and he explained it.
and it's that hoe out there, right?
That hoe over there.
Out there,
yeah.
Or them hoes over there,
yeah.
You know it. But that was like, and I couldn't believe because I forgot who was interviewing them, but they were like, "So can you tell me what that means?" And he was just like, "But I literally remember that," and I was just like, and I just never thought that would be a thing either. I'm like, that's just that's what we say.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit, we love you so much, and thank you for coming on the show.
I love y'all.
Yeah. It's like when you see somebody's face in the pandemic, and like, oh.
Yeah, you like,
yeah.
I'm hugging the computer.
I'm glad you're healthy. I'm glad you're wealthy. I'm glad you're glowing.
Yeah.
And that you're taking care of yourself, because we sure need it.
I will see y'all later. See y'all soon.
Yes.
Bye, Mama.
Peace.